Hello, I'm Liam McDonald and welcome to the Solent Sports News Bulletin. There is a South Coast derby to be battled out this weekend at the Vitality Stadium. Southampton travel to high-flying Bournemouth looking just for their second win of the season. Manager Mark Hughes admits his side isn't scoring enough goals.
Clearly, the end game is getting the ball in the back of the net, and that's what wins you games. That goes without saying. But it's not as if we're not getting shots off. I think if you look at the amount of shots that we've had in the season to date, it's up there with everybody. But it's just our conversion rate we need to increase.
Going to the lower levels of football, it is the FA Cup fourth qualifying round this weekend. National League teams will enter at this stage looking for a place in the first round proper. Here is Ben Littlemore with the local fixtures.
Eastleigh have struggled in the National League somewhat this season, but they face Hampton and Richmond at home, whilst Winchester City travel to Devon to take on former EFL side Torquay United. Havant and Waterlooville have enjoyed FA Cup success in the past, but if they're to taste it again, then they will have to get past the Met Police, whilst Poole Town are away at Haringey Borough.
The Formula One Championship can be won this weekend at the US Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton will become only the third man to win a fifth title if he wins the race, and Ferrari rival Sebastian Vettel finishes worse than second. Fellow driver Fernando Alonso feels that Hamilton is up there with the very best.
He showed the talent from day one and fighting for the championship in his rookie year, winning in 2008. Probably at that time we all agree that 5 or 7 world championships will be possible. I'm happy for him because he showed the talent from day one, and he was able to win races when the car was there to win it.
Staying in Formula One, Force India have completed a lucrative deal. Driver Sergio Perez has extended his contract to stay for the 2019 season. The Mexican has been with the team since 2014 and is currently 7th in this year's standings. However, this leaves his teammate Esteban Ocon without a seat for the 2019 season. Going to tennis now, and news has broken from Wimbledon, with a new format coming for the 2019 year. Final set tie breaks will be introduced for the first time. The decision comes after the semi-final last year between Kevin Anderson and Josh Isner lasted 3 hours. Both players have agreed that this is a good thing for tennis.
It's tough. I'm a proponent of changing that rule for sure. I think it needs to be done.
In the format that we have right now, especially at slams, I mean, it's not easy. In that setting at the end, I mean, coming through that match, it's obviously I'm ecstatic to be through to the finals, but at the same time, you feel like it should be a draw. I mean, but somebody has to win.
Sticking with tennis, a match fixing has somehow crept into the sport. 2 Ukrainian players, Gleb and Vadim Aleksanko, have been banned for life after fixing games back in 2015 and 2016. Fears have arisen that match fixing may be happening across the grassroots level. BBC tennis correspondent Russell Fuller gave an idea on why players would fix games.
It's naive to say that there isn't the temptation there for some, because they can clearly, if it works out well, potentially earn much more money from cheating than they can from playing at futures level.
To rugby now, and one Union player has made the drastic decision to move across the pond. Christian Wade has dramatically quit rugby to pursue a career in NFL. The 27-year-old Wasps player joins fellow sportsmen Alex Gray and Christian Scotland Williamson in an attempt to crack American football. To cricket now, and England have a big test tomorrow in the ODI series. Here is Alex Bagwell with the latest.
England will attempt to seal the one-day series against Sri Lanka tomorrow in Kandy. The tourists lead the rain-affected series 2-0, but the first one-day washed out, and their latest victory coming in a game reduced to 21 overs. The final one-day takes place in Colombo on Tuesday. England captain Owen Morgan says that the first 11 is not set in stone.
The guys are chomping at the bit, not only to play but to get the ball in the hands. So that's great to see. Competition for places is extremely high, which creates a really healthy atmosphere.
To fighting now, and British double Olympic Taekwondo champion Jade Jones has suggested for the first time that she could fight on after the 2020 Games in Tokyo. Jones, 25, said she struggled for motivation after Rio 2016 and took time out to be in celebrity television shows such as The Jumps and Celebs Go Dating. But visiting and mentoring athletes at the Youth Games, she won an event in 2010. She said, "I can't imagine wanting to retire in a year and a half." Anyway, that's all from us now at Solent Sports News. Join us back in an hour where we'll have more sporting news.